Hey everyone, welcome back to Lingo Dive. This is episode 4, and today we're going to talk about something that every single person deals with, not just language learners, but everyone. The fear of making mistakes. And I'm here to tell you, that fear is holding you back. Not just in your English, but in life. Let's dive in. When we were kids, we made mistakes non-stop. We said the wrong words, we spilled milk, we fell off our bikes, and you know what happened? We laughed. We cried a little, then we got back up and did it again. That's how we learned. Now, fast forward to being an adult, especially when learning English. Suddenly, we're afraid of sounding stupid. We want to say things perfectly. We hesitate. We stay quiet in class. We type out a message, then delete it before sending it. We avoid the conversation. Why? Because we don't want to mess up. But here's the truth. If you're not messing up, you're not learning. And honestly, the people who make the most progress are the ones who are not afraid to get it wrong. They speak with broken grammar. They forget words mid-sentence. They make weird metaphors that don't really work, but they keep going. And eventually, they become fluent. I know this firsthand. When I started learning Mandarin, I made so many awkward mistakes, and I'm still making them. But the oldest mistake that I can think of is one time where I wanted to say computer, but ended up saying my God instead. All because of a slightly off pronunciation. Not my proudest moment, but I laughed it off. And then I remembered those two words forever. Mistakes are sticky. They stay with you, in a good way. Here's the other thing. Nobody actually cares as much as you think. People are not sitting there judging your grammar. In fact, most people are just happy you're trying. They admire the effort. And when you can laugh at yourself, it becomes kind of charming. So, if you're waiting for the day you speak perfectly, that day is not coming. Because even native speakers mess up all the time. So, here's your challenge. Start making more mistakes. On purpose. Say things out loud even when you're unsure. Join that conversation. Try using that new phrase you just learned, even if you don't fully own it yet. Because every time you do, you're learning. Forget about perfect. Aim for progress. And one last thing I want you to remember. The people you look up to, the ones who speak English fluently, confidently, they got there by messing up way more than you have. You're seeing the result, not the journey. You're seeing their highlight reel, not the years of awkward conversations, embarrassing mispronunciations, and moments where they wanted to quit. So do not compare your beginning to someone else's middle. You're not behind. You're just getting started. And that's a good thing. Alright, before we wrap up, let's go over a few practical English phrases that came up in this episode. You can use these in daily conversation. They're supernatural. 1. Mess up. To mess up means to make a mistake. Like, I've really messed up my presentation today. Super common, super casual. 2. Laugh it off. This means to not take a mistake too seriously and just kind of laugh about it. Like, I said the wrong thing in class, but I just laughed it off. 3. Get back up. This one is more motivational. It means to recover after a failure. Like, you fall, you get back up. It's about resilience. Alright, that's it for today's episode. If this hit home for you or reminded you of a mistake you learned from, let me know down in the comments. And don't forget to follow for more podcasts. And as always, peace out.